selected Michael to address our graduation ceremony on their behalf, and a wise choice you've made. We're proud to be graduating men and women with Michael's many talents and, of course, his integrity and character. Michael Dolphin received his undergraduate degree from Loras College in history in 2007. During his time here at the law school, Michael has served as senior editor of the Journal of Law and Public Policy, and he's been a member of the school's trial advocacy team. Michael was our trial team's top overall advocate. As you can see, Michael served the law school in many visible ways. He's also served our country as a United States Marine between 2003 and 2011. Attaining the rank of sergeant and as a squad leader, Michael Dolphin has successfully completed two tours of duty in Iraq, in 2005 to 2006, and then again in 2009, which interrupted his first-year law school studies for one academic year. Please join me in thanking Michael Dolphin for his dedicated service to our country. And now, class of 2012, give a rousing salute to your speaker, Michael Dolphin.
I'm humbled. Thank you, Dean. A number of years ago, I wrote in a personal statement that I submitted to this law school that because of the ethical challenges and complexity in the law, the world doesn't need just another lawyer. What the world, what our country, what our state, and what this community needs is another good lawyer. Now, any law student can tell you that there are many different ways to interpret even one term. For our family and friends, it was these conversations over interpretation which likely caused you to rotate your chair and look anxiously for anyone to change the subject. And although it can be dangerous to declare consensus for over 150 law students, now Juris Doctorates, I can say with great confidence that after our training here at the University of St. Thomas School of Law, my colleagues would agree that the good lawyers are not just the technically proficient or the morally sound. They are the leaders in their profession. Yes, the good lawyer is a leader of lawyers. And to our president, to our trustees, to the Board of Governors, our distinguished faculty and administration, our families, and our friends, it is my privilege to represent the graduating class of 2012. These are the men and women who are going to embrace the challenge of becoming that much-needed good lawyer. Now, I'm sure a few of my colleagues are probably wondering to themselves at this particular point, what did Dolphin just sign us up for? And more importantly, do we have to listen to him? Allow me to test my skills of persuasion, see if I can convince you that becoming a leader of lawyers is a worthy and tenable goal, and it's a goal for which you've been preparing these last years. To be a leader of lawyers, one must have the desire to serve others. Now, we came to St. Thomas with a desire to serve, and this was cultivated through lessons learned in the classroom and beyond the walls of the law school. One of the truths we were able to discern through a focus on morality and social justice is that many people require access to the law. And it's our job to find ways to satisfy that requirement. We have learned about the aspirational goals of the profession regarding professional conduct and service. But what sets you apart is your ability to transform what is aspirational into the foundation upon which you will build your personal and professional lives. You are ready to serve. To be a leader of lawyers, you must be courageous. Through countless case studies and symposia over the last years, we have seen instances on both the international and domestic stages where the courage of even one person in our profession can make all the difference. And we revere these individuals because we know that the courageous thing is often the most difficult thing to do. But our education has been all about making the right decision when things are tough. We've been surrounded by courageous personalities. And I'm humbled by the presence of Elisa today and her drive to still continue to live the mission of this law school. That is courage. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention on the decade celebration of this law school the courage demonstrated by our Dean, Thomas Mangum. Dean Mangum, you've been a shining example of what can be accomplished when a leader finds his strength through empowering those around him. That is courageous. To be a leader, you must know how to be a part of the team. The law school has a stigma of being an individual exercise, but that hasn't been my experience here at St. Thomas. In fact, over these last years, I have found it to be quite the opposite. I wouldn't be standing here before you unless I had the uplifting support of the culture that surrounds these students and faculty at St. Thomas. It was the tireless efforts of our professors, the bonds forged between classmates, and the love and support of our families and friends which brought us to this point. Don't forget this team as you move beyond the walls of this venue today. I can assure you, you'll need them again, and they will need you. Now, beyond the doors of this venue, we are entering a climate which is, in no uncertain terms, going to be challenging. And it may seem difficult to diligently and consistently find the motivation to serve, to be courageous, to remember your teammates. But if I might be so bold as to offer some advice I received during my last deployment to Iraq, a wise individual once told me, find comfort in the chaos. Meaning that when life is at its most difficult moment, when we find ourselves feeling the most unsure, that is the precise time for true leadership to emerge. So, my fellow graduates, my colleagues, my friends, I look forward to seeing what you'll do as leaders of lawyers. It's what I expect of you. It's what you should expect of me. And I know in my heart that neither of us will be disappointed. Thank you.
That was unbelievable, Michael. I wouldn't want to be our next speaker. I have confidence in your courage.